Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whisky Clan and MJ Catterall. Mr. Jamie, how are you, sir?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Very nice to see you here. And Monday night, Co-op Live Arena, supporting the community. You're big with your own gym in the community as well, and it's nice that Matchroom have invested.
Yeah, mate. You know what? Everywhere they go, Matchroom, they do a community initiative with the guys, Alex and stuff. They all arrange it, and he's so good. Just any engagement in stuff like this, especially in areas like this where sort on the outskirts of this stadium. Yeah, there's a lot of council estates.
Of course,
trying to get the kids engaged now, especially with a sort of the way
iPads and computers.
The way life is at the minute, with it's just that everyone's sat in front of a screen all the time, and it's just crazy. So getting the kids out and about and engaging and just finding out about different types of sports, stuff like this is right on my street. So when they said they was coming doing it, I come down, have a bit of laugh and joke, teach the kids a bit of the simple side of boxing. If they take a shine to it, if not, then there's something else. They can always try and win the punch machine competition.
I don't think you're going to let any of your lads go on the punch machine a fight week. For God's sake.
When I'm wrapping them in cotton wool. Connor Tudsbury's got his debut and he went, I might go and have a go at that punch machine.
I see him down here. He looks in good form,
don't
mate.
even look at it. Never mind, go on it.
He looks in fresh form.
Yeah, mate.
He looks well.
Good, he's ready. Yeah, he's always in great shape. He's got good genetics, and he's had a great grounding from Nige at Moss Side, and he's coming into the pros now. He's been a load of experience in GB, and a few little tweaks moving into the pros where you have to adjust your style a little bit. But he's absolutely flying. He's had some great experience already. Callum Smith had him sparring a couple of times, and it was such good experience from this close to his pro debut. So yeah, it's all going well.
We're going to have a chat with him after you, but what an amazing place for him to make a debut, even early on.
Yeah, exactly. We've got 4 on the bill, so Akin Fiaz is making his comeback, and Alfie Middlemiss has got his second fight, Connor, and then obviously Jack at the top of the bill. So it's great for them all to be training alongside each other and being involved in an event like this. Yeah. So many good fights on the bill in such an unbelievable arena. So I don't think they realise how lucky they actually are, you know what I mean?
I mean, you and I have been doing this for a very long time, and we know that getting into an arena like this on a show like this, it don't get much better, does it?
Doesn't, and it's difficult because obviously Matchroom are such a big promotional company now, and they've got so many fighters on the books. Yeah. So Alfie is not actually with Matchroom yet. But
watching Eddie.
They put him on there. He's done a hell of a lot of tickets, and he can really fight. So this is maybe like a little audition, and fingers crossed it all goes well and they can sign him on.
Well, let's go straight for it. Jack Catterall, he got BARBOZA. Yeah, it's a huge fight for Jack here. World title finally. He's deserved every second of this, hasn't he?
Of course he has. He's worked like every fighter. Worked all his life. Not had it easy, but he's got to this stage now through hard work, determination, perseverance. There's so many times he could have gone, this is just not for me, I'm going to walk away, but he's not. He's stuck at it, and he's getting to the point where he's near enough at the top of the tree in the game, and it's for the interim world title. It's not ideal, but it's, if Teofimo doesn't fight at this weight category again, then he'll be upgraded to full world champion. So it's not perfect, but he'll be world champion, and he'll be well deserved.
I was just talking to Zelfa Barrett about exactly that same thing. We just don't know if Teofimo's going to actually carry on, do we?
And in a way, Jack is, up until 12 months ago, maybe 2 years ago, after the Josh Taylor fight, up until that point, he was probably in the who needs him club, because the risk reward didn't balance out. It was a very difficult fight to anyone, but not a lot of reward. Whereas now, he's put himself into the position where anybody in the world is going to be getting paid a hell of a lot of money to fight him. So now he's going to be able to get the fights he deserves. Yeah,
and obviously if it is his night, which you're hoping it will be, like you say, he could well then be upgraded into full world champion. Yeah. It's got to have Saudi screaming.
Hopefully there's a miracle this week and Teofimo makes some type of announcement, and then he gets stripped and he's upgraded to a full world title. That would be the perfect scenario for me. But if he doesn't, and it happens after the fight, then great. Or even better, he wins the fight and then Teofimo says, okay, I'm going to fight him.
We'll have a fight
in May or June. that is the perfect scenario for me.
And that's a Saudi Arabia fight all over it.
But, probably because of the money what Teofimo would want, and it makes no difference to me where it is. I've always fancied Jack. I've always said he's the best 140 fighter in the world, and there's nothing what will convince me otherwise.
Well, it's really, really good to see all the guys behind you just enjoying themselves.
Of course, yeah.
We always talk a little bit about it. You've got your amateur gym over in Walkden there.
Yeah.
How's things going over there? Because you've got a lot of time, effort and money into that, don't you?
Yeah, really good. It's my pride and joy, and all the coaches down there are doing an unbelievable, fantastic job. So I'll be down there tomorrow, go and show my face and give them a little, give a few little tips and go in there and just say hello and show my face. But it's by far the best thing I've ever done in boxing, it's ace, and that's why I love things like this, because you don't know where something's born from. You know, like in all honesty, they've needed an amateur boxing club in Walkden, the area I'm from, for years and years, and there hasn't been one. And it was only because of having conversations with Nige about how much his gym has changed the area in Moss Side and getting the kids off the streets. And I just thought, why am I sat here and saying there should be an amateur boxing club? Well, go and fucking do something about it then. So I tried a few times, never came to fruition, and then met Charlotte. Charlotte sort of kicked me up the arse and says, don't give in now, you're halfway there with it, and she helped me over the line with it, and we've never looked back since. It's amazing.
Do you know what's nice? I'm standing here not worrying about whether my trousers are going to end up around my ankles because he's not here.
Yeah, exactly. He needs help.
Where is he?
I'm gonna pay for some proper psychological help for him. He keeps trying to pull people's pants down all the time, and in all honesty, probably that's just locking him up.
What's going on here? This is not WWE behind you.
Thought it was going off.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen, Nige, he's your right hand man. He's been there all the way through.
Yeah.
You know, what's his thoughts on sort of Jack's next moves and so on? What do you think he wants?
Jack's Nige is the same as me. He just wants the best. Whatever's the best scenario for Jack unfolds, he just wants that for him and all the fighters in our gym. That's all. We're just there to try and help them achieve the dreams and whatever they want to do. So, but like, it's such a lovely story what's the way it's unfolding in our gym now. So Alfie Middlemiss is our first amateur from Walkden who's turning pro.
Right.
He's had one pro fight now, and this is his second fight on the undercard to Jack. Connor Tudsbury, he's got his pro debut, and he's from Nige's amateur boxing club in Moss Side.
So the two. So
they're both boxing on the undercard to Jack, and then in 6 weeks after Jack fights, Pat Brown has got his debut, and he's from Nige's gym as well. So we've gone from Nige was the back end of Hulton ABC, which was my amateur boxing club before it closed down. Nige boxed for them. Then he started training at Oliver's gym with us when I was a pro, and we sparred for years. Then we both retired. Then we got into coaching. Now we've been involved in coaching for 11, 12 years or whatever, and now it's come full circle, and we've got amateur kids who have been through our amateur boxing clubs who are now training as pros. So this bill is like a bit of a milestone, really. It's a beautiful story about how me and Nige have been able to help the kids in the community, and it's come full circle, and they're now boxing as pros and the co-op arena. It's
an amazing story, mate, and you should be complimented on it, because it doesn't happen in boxing very often. So
my only concern in it all is that the kids have the platform to be able to do it themselves. We can't do it for them.
No.
But if those gyms didn't open, them kids wouldn't be stood here helping all the other kids in this community now, so that they can look up to them and go, I want to be you one day. If we didn't open them gyms, this scenario would never have unfolded. So that's why I'm glad. But the main thing is, I just want that platform for all the kids to be given the opportunity to change their lives, because it is life changing.
Now, I was in Saudi at Christmas week and had a good chat and sit down with Nige, who was desperately trying to find a beer and didn't succeed.
Surprise.
Honest governor. And of course Dave Allen, he's been doing a bit with you, and he had a good fight out there. I was with him a couple of days ago, and sounds very much like he's over the line for May. This is going to be a cracking rematch. What do you think about that?
Listen, it'll sell well. They'll probably go down London somewhere and fill a venue down there. It'll be amazing, and rightly so. You know, everyone thought Dave won. I don't think it was an hard fight to score. I thought it was 5-5, and Dave won with the knockdown. maybe 6-4 to Dave, but it wasn't a massive difference in terms of the rounds, but the way Dave won his rounds was massively different to the way Johnny won his rounds, and that's where you get blurred lines between it being a robbery and it being a bad decision. You know, you can't scream blind that it's a robbery when it's 5-all. It's just the perception of how the fight's gone, because the second half of the fight, the only ones you remembered, the rounds you remembered, was Dave winning those last 5 big, and they're like, what's gone on here? Whereas in reality, and it's probably because of the way the fight's scored, it just felt like he'd been robbed, whereas in reality it was a bad decision, but it wasn't a robbery because it was probably a point in it.
Well, I'm looking forward to that one because Dave seems to think it's about to get done, and Johnny, I believe, has signed. Sounds like it'll either be Copper Box or O2. Sounds like a great British dust-up, mate.
Yeah, I'd say 15,000 fans in any of them venues.
It'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
And Dave Allen has come back in the gym in January and he's probably 80% of where he was when the fight came around, which is a massive starting point for him. So you're going to see a much, much better version of Dave Allen this time.
Well, listen, great week ahead for you and your guys. I really wish them all the best, especially the lads who are making their debuts and, you know, at the beginning of their journey. Jack, of course, is going to be Jack and do his thing. No doubt that Jack will come through it and teach Mr. Barboza a lesson.
I'm excited for it. Jack's in the form of his career, honestly. He's really, really in good form, and I feel like it's going to be a big performance. And
one of the nicest men outside of boxing, by the way. We just need to add that. He is such a nice guy, a good family man, and we wish him all the best, mate. And let's have a good fight week, Jamie.
Cheers, pal.
Take care, mate.